Hi, so today we are going to teach you how to fold your winter scarves using Marie Kondo's Konmari method. So you can avoid having to untangle that mess that's in the bin, box, or back of the closet. A bin of folded items that are easy to find and easy to use, instead of this jumbled up mess of everything. So I have 5 different styles that I will be folding for you, because not all scarves are created equal. Of course, YouTube and I would love it if you watched the whole video, but if you just want to jump to the timestamp that works for you and your item, then... So here we have a cotton scarf which has 2 pieces thrown together. It isn't really stretchy fabric, so it folds really well and easily, so it's great to start with. So I just line up 2 ends and then kind of smooth it out, make sure it's all even and flat, checking for any items like hair or dirt. Make sure to smooth out any wrinkles, and this is a major part of Marie Kondo's Konmari method, to smooth and fold into smaller pieces. Now you might think it would be easy to just fold it a couple times and then it would be in this nice small rectangular shape, but it doesn't always stay upright. And those loose ends can make it easier for it to come undone when it's in a bin. So I like to tuck those ends in and keep it from coming apart as easily. Folding it into your small rectangles and adjusting as you go. Make sure you leave that little space between each rectangle so that it has space to stand up nicely. And it should end up looking like this, which will make it nice and even and stand up nice and easily. So this scarf here is wider than the first one, so we are going to adjust our folding to make them both similar in size. I actually made this one myself out of fabric, so it's not really cut straight and even, so don't worry about that exactly because we're just going to hide that inside. I'm folding it in half lengthwise so that we have the thin, long, fairly even scarf. This works good because I actually wear it this way, and doing it this way makes it stay folded easier in the bin. Don't worry if edges are perfectly even, as long as they're mainly close to even and it's all lined up nicely, then it should work quite well. Line up the end as best as you can and slide your hands along it length so that you can smooth it. This is one of the tricks for Marie Kondo's Konmari folding that make the folds stay better, help it retain its shape, and save us from having all those creases. Now you may think just folding it up a few times to make that small triangle is the best way to go, but often it won't stay up on its own, it won't retain its shape, so you have to go about it a little bit differently. Make sure those uneven edges are always inside. And we're going to need a couple folds. We usually have a couple extra folds, I should say, because that helps us retain shape and to get it down to the small size that we want. Adjust as needed, because every situation and storage solution can have its own special needs and issues. Remember to keep that space between so that it has space to fold and hold its shape without trying to come unfolded. Squish it nice and tight, and there you are. It stays up on its own, and it's very similar height and shape and width to our first scarf. Now our next scarf is one of those knitted scarves that is of that stretchy eyelash material, they call that, or thread. It stretches every which way and it doesn't really maintain its shape. So we stretched it to be about as wide as the other two. And if I run my hands along it the other way, then it goes really thin again. So doing that doesn't always help us. So if you redo that part at the last stage, it will help to be the right size. I didn't do quite as many folds with this one because when you pull it apart in the last stage, it will help it kind of bond together into that nice shape. And it will help it stay in shape as well. And yes, you can see it's pretty well close to the shape of the other two and the size. So that should work for us nicely. This scarf is the well-known knitted scarf with the tied ends. Don't really worry about the ends right away. We will take care of those. Get your scarf in a nice shape, smoothing along it, finding any issues like hair and dirt. Fold over those knotted ends. Make sure to tuck in any and all of those loose threads. and the knots, make them kind of side by side so they're fairly even. This gives us an end that is a finished end, and that will help us in the folding process later. Make sure you do your Konmari smoothing your hands along it, and then when you fold, make sure the ends are matched up. And again, you might think just folding it this way quickly and easily would work great, but then it wants to unfold. So we have to make these smaller folds, which makes it the Konmari method. And this helps it to retain its shape and to work better in each situation. Now this one is going to be a little thicker and could be larger than the other ones, but there's a whole lot more material, so it will still fit in a bin nicely together, or a drawer, or on a shelf. Now this scarf here can be used as a scarf or a shawl. It has the unfinished edges, and it has two sides to it. So it can be worn two different ways. Now I folded it in half one way, and then I'm folding it in half the other way, lining up all the unfinished edges as best as I can. Marie Kondo's Konmari method does help us not have the wrinkles because we are smoothing it with our hands as we go, and it also be folded many extra times to match the other scarves in the bin where we will place them. As long as you don't stuff the bin or the shelf or the drawer too full, you won't have any problems with the wrinkling and the other issues that can happen when these items are just left in a closet or in a mess. I have it folded the same width as the other scarves, and then I am just folding in the last unfinished edge so that it isn't out in the open looking messy. Most people want to just give it a couple quick folds and think that's great, but that really isn't Marie Kondo's Konmari method. We fold it into smaller sections with the unfinished edge in, so that we have an even surface for it to sit and be folded and retain its shape. And we are folding both sides into these small triangles so that we can figure out what size we need it to be and to leave that small space between so that it doesn't try to unravel and unfold. A few adjustments may need to be made as you learn this process, so you will get better at it and faster at it each time you do this. Since it is a large scarf compared to the other scarves, it's not going to fold down as small as they do, and it's a thick material, so that it's going to take a little bit of extra work to make it into this nice Konmari method folded shape that will stand up on its own. And as I said, it doesn't match the other ones quite perfectly, but it is close in the width shape. You can do a small bin, like a cardboard Kleenex box, inside your big bin to keep things even more separated if you wish. You can see that the big scarf here fits inside the big bin, but it won't fit inside that little Kleenex box. So the other four will fit inside that Kleenex box with a little bit of extra work. And inside the bigger box or bin, it really does keep them separated and neat and tidy. You have room to add more if you wish. You have room to stack them if you had a bunch more. And by using the tissue box, you could actually put in matching hats, mitts, or other scarves.